And hello everybody and welcome back to yet another video inside, not of Minecraft. Today guys, we are going to be making a tier list, and this is actually going to be an American fast food tier list. So I just want to show you guys, these are all the restaurants in the list I have never been to. I'm familiar with most of them, but I've actually never been to any of those or had food from them or anything like that. Now, a couple of these down here, I've never really had any food from either. But I just want to explain to you guys. So, anyway, let's get into it. Electrified with you. So starting off here, I hate to start off this way, but Arby's. I can't really rank this one because, as some of you may know, I'm vegetarian, and Arby's is very strictly a meat fast food restaurant. So I've the only thing I've had of Arby's is like curly fries and their lemonade and their turnovers. And I must admit that all three of those things are quite delightful, but I'm afraid that it's not enough for me to be able to give them a ranking. Next we have A&W Root Beer. So I've actually been to a couple of these. Obviously I can't have the burgers, but I'm going to mostly rate them off of like their ice cream and their fries and stuff. I think that's enough to give them a ranking. The fries were pretty good. The root beer floats were amazing, actually. I guess I'll give them a C, but just for the lack of variety. So next one, we have Burger King. And this one is also kind of hard because it's in the name, burger. But I have eaten quite a few Burger King things in my life, and Burger King is actually the only place I've ever actually had meat. I accidentally bit into a turkey sandwich when I was younger, and all I remember is that it was a horrible taste. Don't worry, that's not the reason I'm vegetarian. I understand that meat eaters wouldn't find that meat acceptable either. Let's see. Their fries are okay. I had a Whopper. I've had like Whoppers with veggie patties and stuff. Their food's like it just tastes cheap, man, and it's not that much to ride home about. Like even the like the Whoppers and whatnot, those are just they're not that good to me. Okay, so for that reason, Burger King going in the D tier. So next we have Blimpie, which is America's sub shop. I've actually been to Blimpie a couple of times, and I remember I was a bit younger, so I was more of a picky eater. I'm sure we all were, and I remember being like, okay, I really don't know how I feel about this, but then I actually had one, and it was really good. So for that reason, I really can't give it too high of a rating because it's not like my favorite thing ever. But I'll put it right there with A&W. I would put it there with A&W. Ho ho ho. So next we have Chick-Fil-A. Guys, I understand law burgers here too, but everything from their ice cream to their fries to their salads, everything is just amazing. Chick-fil-A, like I would honestly go and get their ice cream any day. Not much to dislike about Chick-fil-A. So I'm going to put them in the A tier. I think they deserve it. I really like Chick-fil-A. Their service is impeccable, and it can't be beat. So now we have Chipotle, and I have a confession to make. Until like this last summer, I had never ever eaten at a Chipotle. A lot of people are like, how is that even possible? But it's true. I am a mid-teen, and I had never ever been to a Chipotle until this last summer. But I've had it multiple times since then, and let me tell you, Their veggies are amazing. I don't know what they do to them, but like their rice, the little sauces and salsas they have. Oh, Chipotle, I absolutely love you. You're going in S tier. I will eat Chipotle any day of the week for every meal. So now we have Dairy Queen. And if you're not from America, chances are you're not going to know what this is at all. I'm pretty sure that this is literally strictly an American thing. Maybe it's even only a Midwest thing. But there's plenty of Dairy Queens around. Dairy Queen, basically it's a fast food ice cream place. It also has like burgers, fries, onion rings, cheese balls, all the good things that get you nice and fattened up. Their food's a bit greasy, but oh, that's not where I'm meant to put it. Their food's a bit greasy, but their ice cream's amazing. Their blizzards. I really love like their cheese balls, their onion rings, their fries, and I think they even have grilled cheese sandwiches, which as a vegetarian you can always respect. So Dairy Queen could shock some people. I'm actually going to put them in the A tier as well. I really, really thoroughly enjoy going to Dairy Queen. Would not recommend eating it too often though. Like if you eat Dairy Queen once a month, that's honestly probably too much. So now we are going on to Jimmy John's. Now, Jimmy John's is a sandwich restaurant which I eat at all the time. I would actually argue, I wouldn't say I've eaten at it more than Subway, but if you took the past year, I would definitely bet money that I've eaten at Jimmy John's much more than Subway. And I didn't like Jimmy John's, again, when I was younger. I really found a couple of sandwiches that work for me. The only thing that I dislike about Jimmy John's is that they don't have very much flexibility with their sandwiches as opposed to like Subway where you just completely make your entire sandwich out of all these ingredients. But they have really, really good chips there actually, and also they sell an entire bread loaf for like 99 cents. They call it day old bread. It's really only like 12 hours, and that is an awesome deal. They have really good pickles. I find that their drinks are normally a pretty good size for the price. Jimmy John's, you're also going in A tier. Call me generous. Call me generous. But Jimmy John's, you are finding yourself in the A tier. So next we have KFC. And this is another one I wanted to take the time to explain. I've been into a couple of KFCs, but the only thing I've ever gotten from there is lemonade. Uh, I've been there with friends, but I've only gotten lemonade because, I mean, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Fried chicken is in their name. There's not much else to get there besides fried chicken. So yeah, they are going in the question mark tier because I have never been there. Wow, there's a lot of restaurants I've never been to. I do know most of these, but wow, there's a lot I've never been to. Okay, next we have a Krispy Kreme Donuts, which is the most mainstream donut factory / restaurant in the US. So near where I live, we have a Krispy Kreme restaurant. They actually make their own donuts in the shop, and like you can see the entire donut factory going in. It's really cool. This place makes you, as soon as you have one of their donuts, it doesn't matter if it's glazed or double chocolate marshmallow donuts. They instantly just make you feel like you have diabetes. You know, for their own respective market, which is a donut market, that is a breakfast market, I'm going to put Krispy Kreme actually in the S tier. They have wonderful donuts, absolutely zero complaints about them. Krispy Kreme, you're finding yourself in the S tier. Now we have Louisiana kitchen Popeyes. Popeyes is another restaurant I had never even thought about going to until I went there this summer with some family who are, regular. They're not vegetarian. He got food sick. He got food sickness afterwards. And apparently the chicken wasn't that great. And by the way, we got it literally in New Orleans. So we got it from the heart of where Popeye should be, and they didn't like the chicken that much, and they got food poisoning. But I didn't have it, so therefore I'm not gonna rank it. Popeyes, you dodged a bullet this time. So next we have Little Caesars. My family really doesn't get pizza from here anymore, but when I was little, all the time my grandparents would get Little Caesars. This one's gonna be interesting for me to rank because their pizza has always been my least favorite, whether you're eating it fresh or eating it leftover. It's always near the bottom for me as far as pizza places go. But that being said, it is pizza. So you're going right into the C tier. Next, we have McAllister's Deli. And basically, this is a very American style deli restaurant. So basically, we're talking, subs, chilies, nachos. Very, very deli-like restaurant. And then, like, there's spuds, there's baked potatoes, there's pickles. This is an amazing restaurant. I have eaten in it on multiple occasions. Unfortunately, there's not very many near me, so I normally only eat there when I travel. You know what? I absolutely love McAllister's. I do. Like, I love their food so much. I'm going to have to give it the S tier. There's no way that I can put it in with the current A tier restaurants. Like, McAllister's is just, it's amazing. If you guys ever have a chance to go to one, I highly recommend it. Next, we have McDonald's. I eat at McDonald's for breakfast a lot, but again, as you guys know, I'm vegetarian. Burgers don't mix well together. But I did used to have their burgers without the burger, because vegetarian life, They were okay, I guess, but if there's no burger in the burger, it's literally just a sandwich with like cheese, ketchup, pickles, onions. So I'm gonna rate it mostly on the breakfast food. I like a lot of their McCafe stuff and like their desserts and bakery stuff, but like their fries are very meh. You know what? I'll put McDonald's in the C tier. I'll put them in with those restaurants. I feel like that's a good ranking. Next we have Papa John's Pizza. This is literally the McDonald's of pizzas in my opinion. Its crust is not good. Its tomato sauce it's like extremely tangy almost. But again, that being said, it is pizza. I would actually go as far as to put Papa John's down there with Burger King. I know that's going to anger a lot of people. I know. The breadsticks, it's not good, okay? Next, we are going to talk about Qdoba. Now, I've actually had Qdoba a decent amount as well. It's very, very similar to Chipotle. I remember I used to think I didn't like Qdoba, but I went to it like twice recently, last summer. And I had some of the best food there that I remember having all summer. I was sitting in a park eating it with my family. Wow, that stuff is good. And actually, I would say that it's better than Chipotle, just my humble opinion. Their chips, not quite as good as Chipotle. We'll let that slide though. I'm actually putting Qdoba right there in the S tier. I would say overall, as a restaurant chain, I'm going to put them in the A tier. I really like Subway. Just personal opinion. They're one of my... They're not S tier, but they're definitely one of my go-to, extremely mainstream choices. So now we have Taco Bell. Guys, this used to be my favorite restaurant. Like, I will put it right there in a heartbeat. Not so much anymore. So I used to have something I really liked on their menu called the Mexican pizza. It was to die for. Yeah, they took that off their menu. So now that that's off there, let me give my honest opinion about Taco Bell. And I'm just going to put them in the B tier for now while I talk about this. So Taco Bell changes up their menu so much, it's insane. It is absolutely insane how much Taco Bell changes up their menu. And it bugs me, okay? And they take away things that everyone likes. And like when they find out that there's an extremely good value item on the dollar menu that everyone's getting, they take it away because they're like, oh no, that's such a good value for them. We're kind of getting ripped off here. I get that that's just good business sense, but still, they have good stuff though. Like they have good burritos, they have good tacos, they have good quesadillas. They have everything you want out of a Mexican fast food restaurant. I'm actually gonna put Taco Bell in the A tier. Whoa, not the S tier. You are not there anymore, Taco Bell. They barely slide into here now. After I've came to my senses, but I still really like them, and I would love to go to them any day of the week. Now we have Taco Time, which the one in my area was actually it went out of business, but I came here enough to find out enough about it beforehand. Taco Time is literally a place. If you're not into sports, this is where you go for stadium food. Okay, I'm just being honest. It's like Mexican stadium food. That's what Taco Time is. It's not that great, man. It's not great. I'm sorry. I'm going to put Taco Time in the F tier. I mean, not F tier, D tier. No F tier fast food restaurants, by the way. There's none that I utterly just hate. Taco Time is going down there in the D tier, though. Next, we have Waffle House, which is a breakfast fast food restaurant. Waffle House, very good waffles. I've almost gotten sick there a couple of times because I've eaten so much. Very good hash browns as well. Just if you're on a trip and you need a breakfast, just go to a Waffle House, okay? They all look sketchy, every single one of them. I promise you that. But they're normally not sketchy, and I have yet to meet a Waffle House whose employees are not very welcoming. And they're like a very old-timey sort of breakfast restaurant, which I like. I like the retro sort of feel. So therefore, I'm going to put them in B tier with Sonic, Panera. The only thing is that, you know, it literally does seem like an old diner. Like a small town old diner. It has that kind of feel. So picture all the problems you have with that, and that's exactly the problems I have with Waffle House. Otherwise, they would probably be higher. You don't think you'd be able to mess up a sandwich. But for some reason, I don't like which. I think the concept of, you know, check marking what you want on a bag and then they make it for you, that's good. But that's the only redeeming factor I like about which. Their sandwiches, just not great, okay? I don't know what it is about their sandwiches. I didn't like it when I went there. It wasn't great. I was there with friends, so that made it better. But I won't let that cloud my vision this time, unlike Culver's. Which, I don't like you. There's nothing I liked about you. Oh, fine. You're going to be the only F tier restaurant, the only one. Anyway, guys, this is my full fast food restaurant tier list. Hope you guys liked it. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? Make sure to tell me in the comments below what some of your favorite American fast food restaurants are. And if you guys happen to be not from America, just tell me what any of these restaurants who also happen to be overseas, tell me which one you like the most. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching this tier list video, and I'll catch you all on the next wave.